Today we're talking about the deadlift. Hi, my name's Rob from AMR Physio, and we're getting into how to correctly perform the deadlift and a few mistakes that you want to avoid while doing it, and we've got 4 for you in total. The deadlift is a great compound exercise, hitting several muscle groups and strengthening that posterior chain. The posterior chain refers to all the muscles on the back of the body, with a big focus on the glutes, hamstrings and the erector spinae. A lot of people see the deadlift as a lower back exercise, but really it's more of a leg exercise. You want to be getting the hamstrings and the glutes contracting while the back is more in an isometric hold. It's the glute and hamstring contraction that will help with lifting the bar. You're trying to lift with a hip hinge. So starting off, you want to get some bumper plates to make sure that you've got the right height for the deadlift starting off, no matter what kind of load that you're using. You want your shins close to the bar, with your bum sticking out, while also making sure to keep your chest up. You want to have your feet planted on the floor, but imagining you're trying to spread the floor apart while doing it. This will help with glute contraction. You also want to imagine you're trying to bend the bar around the back, and this will help keep the back in a good position and also contract the right muscles there. You want to keep your back tight with your spine neutral while you're squeezing your glutes as you lift the bar off the floor. You want to make sure you're keeping the bar close to the body all the way up. Bam, a good deadlift. Just make sure each rep follows suit. There's a few common mistakes that you want to avoid with the deadlift, and we've got 4 of them for you today. One of the most common that's seemingly overlooked, because most people are concentrating on the lower back, is that they get their neck involved and bring their neck into extension. You do want to be keeping that lower back straight, but you also want to keep that entire spine neutral so you're not yanking that neck into extension. Another one is avoiding valgus knee. When we're talking about valgus knee, we're talking about the knees buckling inwards. You can help prevent this by working on that spreading the floor with your feet. The third one is not losing the mid back. You want to minimise that shoulder protraction as you're coming up with the lift. So a lot of times the lower back can be straight, but people lose that mid back and those shoulders round forward. This can be avoided by imagining you pulling and bending the bar around your body, which will help to engage that upper back. The final and pretty common one is lumbar flexion. Now, bending your back is not actually as bad as a lot of people make out. However, when you are performing the deadlift and you've built up with higher loads, you generally want the bigger muscle groups working, like the erector spinae, which you'll get with keeping the back straight. If you're going into lumbar flexion, you rely on a lot of smaller muscles like the multifidus and several others. And you can get around this by keeping your ego at the door as soon as you get in the gym. Don't be trying to lift heavier than you can handle. A lot of people will respect someone that's lifting lighter with good form than heavier with poor form. So what's the deal with spinal flexion? I'm sure you've been told, or you've seen pictures advising you not to bend your lower back while you're lifting. Well, it's not actually as dangerous as a lot of people have made out over the years. It's all about adapting the spine to be able to manage more spinal flexion. So avoiding it completely isn't going to help this. There are really good exercises, things like the Jefferson curl, where you can actually work on building up your tolerance to higher loads with spinal flexion. So give that a go, and that can help towards reducing injuries towards deadlifts. You just need to make sure you start with a low load and gradually build that up. What we're going to be talking about next week is we're going to be going through variations of the deadlift. If you want to hit different areas or different muscle groups, or you struggle with doing the deadlift itself, we'll show you ways of how you can build up to be able to perform a good deadlift with some other techniques. We're also going to be going even further with another video on how you can build up to being able to do the deadlift if you have got an injury or if you are struggling with that particular movement. So subscribe if you want to see more of those videos, and also if you want to get notifications, hit that bell icon so then you can be told and you know when the next video is coming out. Share this with your friends if you feel that they'll find use from it, and we'll catch you on the next video.